All right, so now comes the putziness of trying to edit your different camera angles together. Now, the ideal is that we would be able to detach the audio, keep the audio playing from the strongest microphone source, and then play around with which visual is there. Right now, the tech department is still working on why we're not able to do that on WeVideo. It should be a simple two-click process, and the audio can be treated as a separate element. But right now, we've got to use it in the awkwardness that it is. So, what I've done here is I've got in here some visuals of me from my side angle. I've got some from the front where I've kept that separate. And what I've got to do here is I want to be able um, to alternate between these clips from the side and from the front, and then from the side again. If I want to have a clip of just Kylie talking, that's going to work with this. I've got to do the same thing that I did, for mine, where I need to go to the visuals and I need to do the zoom. And in this case, I would pick just her. Now, here is one caution that I want to be able to tell you about, because as soon as you zoom in on one of the two people, either you or your interviewee, it's going to apply that change to the entire clip. So if I don't sort of listen to this and make a plan about, I want Kylie talking from here, or I like that smile, that reaction that I get, and I want to keep it on her until this point, I need to make sure that I clip that there and then apply that transformation to just that section of the clip. Otherwise, it's going to apply to the entire clip. And then this next section, I'm not going to be able to separate out the audio of, or the visuals, excuse me, of me, and then the separate visuals of her. So it's putsy. I'm hoping that tech is going to give us the solution for how to detach audio, because it's going to make all of our lives a lot easier. But your task is to set up a Zoom meeting with someone. It could be someone in your own house. But again, if you didn't catch this on the interview with Kylie and I, you'll want to have your two people separated a little bit, because you could get a lot of the echoing that goes on in there. So you're going to interview somebody. It can be about the person's favorite color. Use your 20 questions and try to edit it so that the audio is smooth and you get different visuals. The other thing that you're going to include on this is you are going to take pictures of some artifacts that are going to be partially photographed. They can be screenshots from the internet. They can be pictures of actual items here. So I've got a couple different visuals here that are in my video library. This is a picture of my parents. I think I want to insert and push. So this visual doesn't even make any sense. But whoa, video then. There we go. So this should flip now to that picture, that still shot, which I could edit again to be cropped a little bit closer to them. I can add those. I was working on a video of my dad, and I've got some pictures from 1936 when he was born and his favorite car, things of that nature. I've got some things I've been doing some research on, family history. This is actually a still shot of the house where my dad grew up as a little boy. So you're going to grab an assortment of visuals, and it doesn't necessarily have to make any sense with who you are actually interviewing, but I want you to have some experience with photographing and collecting artifacts, and then also editing it so that you get some different camera angles in along with your video. So that is going to be your homework. You are going to create, let's say, like a 2-minute video of you doing a Zoom interview, different camera angles, do some music fade, and that can be with your own voices or with music playing in the background. And I want you to be able to zoom in on one person at a time and show me artifacts.